hear you, please.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Um, Imagine you wake up this morning and you went to the market to buy foodstuff, and suddenly nothing for you to buy. You went to look for vegetable, and suddenly there is no vegetable to buy. You went to the market to buy fish to tell you that there is no more fish. Now, what is going to be your reaction? It means you will die in hunger or with hunger. That is agriculture. And I'm also aware that the first job given to mankind is agriculture. And I'm also aware that any nation, any community, any country, any village that wants to make progress, they will have to first make progress with their agriculture. That we all abandoned. Why we did so, I don't know. I'm trying to, because my time is not much, so I'm not going to give you all the details. SDG goal number 1 to 17, Nigeria is signatory to it. Kogi State has a focal office, and all the local government have DEX officers. SDG goal number 1 talks about no to hunger. How do we make do with hunger if we jettison our agriculture? Kogi State, Kogi East to be precise, is blessed with abundant food, yet we are hungry. SDG goal number 1, talks about poverty, while number 2 talks about hunger. Number 3 talks of good health and well-being. Don't forget, agriculture is food, agriculture is medicine, agriculture is health. Everything centers around agriculture. And if we develop our agriculture, we will take care of everything. Let me give you an example. Today, the current season and time in Kogi East is cashew. A kg of cashew, raw cashew nuts, is less than 600 naira. And a kg of a processed cashew kernel, a kg is 5,000 naira. Can you see the difference? Now, the shell nut liquid, the one that is used for aviation, for paint and to rust, shoe polish, and so on and so forth. 1 liter is 720,000 naira. Can you see how we are wasting all our resources, all in the name of ignorance? Well, since my time is not much, but I want to tell us that any state, any community that jettison agriculture will be doomed. And that is why we are doomed. Imagine somebody says that he went to the university to read agriculture, yet he does not know the way to the farm. I read animal house boundary. He does not know how to take care of animals. So it means all we have been doing in the class has been copy and paste. The lecturer copy for you and paste. The certificate is copy and paste. And that is why we wake up and all you want to do is to go and look for a job. The certificate given to you, that paper, that A4 paper, was not written for you that now that you have graduated, go and look for a job. No, man. No, sir. It is because we do not even understand what education is. And that is why all we do is to go and look for a job. Now, how do we develop our rural agriculture? And until we wake up, and that is why I love SDG goal number 17 that talks about partnership, like what we are doing now. Please, I beg of you, the organizers or conveners, let this one let it not stop just for talking sake. I have, participated in many conferences, seminars, workshops. At the end of the day, it has always been talk. And that's what Nigeria is good, no action. And ladies and gentlemen, if we want to make progress, we must put in all efforts to fix our rural agriculture, because everything comes back from the rural community. Recently, about last week, Friday, Atta was presented with a staff of office. It was not done in Lokoja or in Abuja, but they did it back in Ida, back to the rural community. But do you know the most disappointing thing? People abandoned their own locale for the city, and when they came back, they had no place to sleep. I don't know whether what I'm saying makes sense to you. And until we begin to build houses, even if it is a room and a parlor you build there, go and build your mansion anywhere you want or anywhere you like. Definitely, we can do it. And I believe if we partner together, we can achieve it. The goal, anybody, the reason why we fail today is that nobody wants to ask the executive, their representatives, question anymore because you are afraid. Afraid of what? To die? I mean, that you are alive is not your making anyway. Sorry, I am on the road. I had to drop to see that I participated in this summit. So pardon me wherever you see me walking from one place to another. Now, and until we wake up, one of the House of Representatives, I met with him. I said, what have you done to deserve a second term? And he said, hey, Okanyi leketumi neta wakitoru kuchomagala. That means you are not worth it. In any case, were there any election that before they were certified elected? The answer is no. So Ochaka Kamda Biunita, Ochaka Kajoji platform, nobody is 20 years old. Ochaka Kajoji platform here at Chenoma. If we have not done anything and suddenly our children decide to ask us questions, what are we going to tell them? Sorry, I'm a bit aggressive because the time has come for us to be aggressive about it. All this small talk all around has not helped us. And therefore, we must change the narratives and move, switch to where we think things can be good for us. I encountered all manners of challenges with the government just because I showcased the rot in our rural community. But I stood my ground. They invited me to Asoro. They invited me to wherever they wanted to take me to. I went. Today I'm standing, I'm not dead. Not because I'm the most perfect person. So our number one priority is agriculture. In Igala land, we are blessed with cassava, with maize, with rice, with beans, with soya beans, and so on and so forth. Talk about cash crop. How many of you know that in Oganenigu, they still plant coffee, cocoa, and cola nut? How many of you are aware of that? Because we don't go out. And let me shock you. Bringing out all of this agricultural farm produce has to do with access to, thank God, RAM, Rural Access and Agricultural Market Project has commenced work. It's a World Bank project, and if you know your community, please let them apply immediately to the Ministry of Rural Development so that there can be access road and our food can come out. So can we have mini cluster processing machine for cashew production, cassava production, oil palm production, and all of that? Now, if we do all of that, we would have succeeded in creating jobs, in creating wealth. As we speak now, if you don't come to Anyigba on time, you will not see any youth or Okada that will take you to your destination. You know why? All of them have gone to the farm to go and harvest cashew. So it means that our boys have been issued are not even interested in joining bad guys. So ladies and gentlemen, let me just stop here since time is not always on our side. I am ready and I have vowed and I've told my children, I said, look, if I die, let me die for something rather than die for nothing. My land is crying. My land is bleeding. And the only way to succeed is to come together and salvage this situation. Right now, as we speak, Kogi East, a whole nation does not have any one private station. The government station operates for 2 hours in the morning, 2 hours in the evening. So how do you disseminate information to the people? The time is now. Let us wake up and do the deed. Thank you and God bless you.
So, my brother Okanyi and I'm always pleased to hear you speak. And they say information is power, and we no longer have excuse because you break that information to us.
That's correct.
What the situation is. It's very dire and it requires urgent attention. And it has to be a collective. You try to do it by yourself, and it's a struggle. It's tough. We can see. So we need to rally. For me, I'm of the advocacy that the diaspora needs to come together and see how we can all join together with those of you on ground. So because we know what the problem is now, let's rally around ourselves together and begin to solve these problems one at a time. You know, that's why when I started my speech, I said, I hope this is not one of those. I've been on several meetings as well where we're talking about these. How do we resolve this? It's no longer by all these ideas. It's about action. We all have to come together and begin to put the work, to put the work in place. You see, so hopefully we can begin to get that panel together where we can begin to draw a plan of action, like I said. And I really thank you very much for all that you do. The world sees it, and we know that the change will come one step, one at a time. So thank you very much. And to every one of you here that have made one contribution or the other, I see the work of Tom Makolo, I see the work of Sunday Atabo, I see all that every one of you is doing. And I think that the time has come for us to begin to challenge the government, challenge ourselves, and challenge the people, the community, and let's begin to put axe to the ground and begin to work. So thank you again, and I appreciate the opportunity.